Goody and No Talk podcast. We'll no topic is off limits. Now here's your host, my daddy, and Void of Soul. Thank you for coming to the No Talk podcast. Boom, swat, boom.
In 3, 2, 1. And I had a good opening I was going to start. I thought, hold on, let me think about it. How did it go? No, not California Love. Ain't nothing but a Gangsta Goodies party. That was my opening.
There you go. And if I could sing, I would sing along with you, but I can't.
Well, I can't sing. What up, Gangsta Goodies?
What's going on?
Shelia.
Yes.
Beautiful Shelia.
Thank you.
I can't believe it. She dropped a bombshell that I still don't believe. I need to see your ID. This beautiful woman coming here saying she's 55.
Yes.
Get out of here.
In just a couple of weeks.
Get out of here.
7/11/1968.
I look 55. You look like 35.
Thank you, but you do not look 55 either.
I do with this beard. I got to shave this thing. Go back to the fresh-faced cutie that I know that I am.
But, it just kind of depends,
Yeah.
Some like that,
Oh, no, I know. That's why I keep it.
Yeah. I love it.
That is why. I do keep the short beard with the gray in it because the ladies tell me they like it.
Yeah.
Ladies love gray beards.
Yes.
LLGB.
Yeah. I love it. Yes.
All right. What were we talking about right before we have already had some fun conversation. You got a wild story, but I want to know you've been doing. So Gangsta Goodies, for everybody listening, is I'd say it's a cooking show, it's a cooking show on YouTube by Shelia here that's just doing it's more than a cooking show. It's also kind of a podcast. Like you have guests on and you're getting to know them, that they have a product. Maybe it's like some lemonade. I think was maybe your latest one.
Yes.
And you're just like showcasing local businesses and local small businesses. And it's a beautiful thing. Like, where did this start?
Oh, thank you so much. Yes. So, wow. I'm a foodie,
Nice.
My mother was a foodie. Okay. We didn't call her that then, but, I grew up in a home where food was not just I need to feed my kids, and my mother was a single mom, worked typically 10, 12-hour shifts. She was an LPN. And then on the weekends, because, my mother was a gangster. That's why I'm a gangster.
Yeah.
And so she had friends that she grew up with that owned a nightclub. And so she bartended and she cooked. And so that was her hustle, And so even with all of that, meals were a time of, my mother presented our meals to us.
Oh, wow.
It wasn't come and get it. And so the other component to that is that's where my mother and my brothers and I connected. That's where we created our family. That's where
at the kitchen table?
At the kitchen table.
Mm-hmm.
In the kitchen and at the kitchen table. We would all eventually get a job to do. I learned how to play jacks on the kitchen floor while my mother cooked.
Oh, nice.
And I often say to people that
nobody knows what that is anymore, by the way.
Right. It's like, what?
Jacks.
Yeah. It
Is
was
that where you throw the ball up and you grab those spiky things that will go through your foot when you step on them?
Oh, my God.
What
yes.
a horrible toy. Horrible toy. What they did to parents with that people should be locked up and thrown away forever. Whoever created that game.
We loved it. But,
Yeah.
I learned who my mother was as a woman. Not just a mother, but as a woman, as a person in the kitchen. And because the conversations would just flow, And I remember, when I became a single mom. And one of the things my mother said to me, among many of the things, was don't forego kitchen and dinner time with your girls.
Yeah.
Because if you do, she said, you ain't going to know what's going on.
That makes sense.
When else you going to talk to them?
Mm-hmm.
How you going to know what they doing at school? How you going to know who they hanging around with? When do you really have the time to sit down and talk to them? You're getting dinner ready and y'all doing it together, and then you're sharing that meal together. And, it was, I mean, that is the root of it all, my beloved mother. And so understanding that was her love language, that's how she spoke to us, that's how she loved on us, that is in turn what I did with my kids and my family and friends. It truly is my love language. I love it when I serve them and they're like, oh my God, this is so fire. It makes me feel all warm and fuzzy inside. I love it, and it also is my therapy.
Yeah, I can see that.
I'm going to tell you, I get in that kitchen, and especially those times when I miss my mother the most. And because my mother transitioned in 2013. And I'll get in that kitchen, I'll put on some of her favorite music, pour a little cognac.
Hold on. Transition to a male?
No, my mother transitioned. She passed away.
Okay. At this day and age, like when you out here transitioning, you know what I mean? I'm like, wait a minute.
I got you.
Like I thought that's what you went, but I had to just like, wait a minute.
Clarifying question.
Is your mom your dad now?
No. No. She passed away in 2013. And so I put on, get in that kitchen, put on some of her favorite music, some Donny Hathaway, Marvin Gaye, Al Green, and get down in that kitchen. And I tell you, my mother's spirit just comes and just loves all on me, And so all of that, is the root of why, my why. I understand that is a part of my purpose. It is, again, that's how I love. That's how I show love. And when I looked around at my community and I thought, okay, Shelia, what can you do? Okay. Because you do have a responsibility to mankind. We do. We're in this, we're having this human experience together. Okay.
Right. Good way to
and
put it.
So, we got a responsibility to a basic humanitarian responsibility to each other. And so, Shelia, what can you do?
I wish more people thought like that.
Yeah, me too. But, me too. But what can I do? How can I take my gifts, my talents, my passions, and help others? So that was kind of, where it comes from too. And so I thought culturally, the kitchen has always been a place, not just for food, not just for cooking, but our grandmothers and aunties and them, they solved the family's problems right there in that kitchen and around that kitchen table. Baby girl, pull up a chair. Cut them onions. Because grandma got something that she wants to say. Okay? All that you got going on, cut that. Because you're not that kind. That ain't how we raised you. Okay? Jimmy Earl, come on. What's all this? You got a wife at home and a little girl. Come on. Cut it out. So all of those issues and challenges that are just a part of life. We got that wisdom. We got that love. We got that discipline. We learned how to cook that dish. We connected with each other, all in the kitchen and around the table. And I thought, I wonder if we got back to that, what would be the impact on our kids, our families, our communities, and of course, ultimately our world? And so, let's do it. How are we going to do that, Shelia? And so through food, because we all got to eat, and let's focus on encouraging families to get back in the kitchen together, to spend time together in the kitchen, and then start talking. We start talking, we'll start healing. Okay? Mm-hmm. And then when that family is healed, then they can go and help their neighbor through the same process, because again, we have a responsibility, to each other. And then, so that is the why, part of the why. And I did that for about a year and a half, and it was just me. And let me tell you, shout out to two of my friends. One, my BFF. We've been friends since we was like 7th, 8th grade.
Nice. Wow.
My ride or die.
Wow, for real.
For real,
Yeah.
okay? Would come over, get this, because I didn't know to even buy a tripod when I started. Our very first episode was December the 18th, 2016. And we've been going strong ever since. You know, I didn't know. I got an MBA, okay? I didn't know nothing about photography and filming, none of that. But I figured it couldn't be that difficult. I'm a smart girl. I can figure it out, you know. So they would come over and literally hold the camera. And if I messed up, because I didn't know to get somebody to edit it. So if I messed up, we had to start all over again.
Oh, no.
Yes.
Oh, no.
So I always had to have at least 2, sometimes 3 setups, you know, of the ingredients, just in case we had to start over.
Whoa.
And so then after that, I thought, okay, Sheila, that's working. That's good. But, you know, you're interesting, but you ain't all that interesting, okay? We got to add something else, another component. And so then I thought also, what's another challenge in my community? Access to information, access to resources, you know? And so I thought, okay. So let's get invite some nonprofits in, you know? They have a boys mentoring program. Okay. Y'all got kids out there? You got boys? First of all, try this recipe. Get in the kitchen with him, all y'all. And then call this organization. Get your son connected. And so, what political candidates, you want our vote? Come on, let's cook this dish and tell the people, why should they vote for you?
Yeah.
Information, access to information and resources. And so that is our total why we do it.
Wow. It does seem that's exactly what you're doing with your show. It's just you at a nice table, cooking table with a hot plate.
A hot plate, yes.
And then your guest.
Yes.
And it is like you are in like a tiny little kitchen, just chopping it up. And it goes back to your childhood.
Yes.
Like you've been doing that. Like no wonder you do this. You've been doing a kitchen podcast show your entire life.
Yes.
Now you're just putting cameras in front of your face.
Absolutely. Yes. That part. Yes.
And you've been doing it for a while. Yeah. I think I watched your first video. I watched a bunch of your stuff.
Okay.
But today I had to freshen up.
Okay.
So I was like, let me see where she came from. And I was like, holy crap. Like I first heard about you or saw your stuff maybe a year and a half ago, I think.
Okay.
Did you have Chef Jay on?
Yes.
Okay.
I did.
Okay. That's when I think probably came across it. And so I was like, yeah, let me see. And I started scrolling through all of your videos. Holy cow.
Yeah.
No joke. You don't number them. How many? I mean, it's hundreds.
Yeah, there are well over 200.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Yeah.
So I went and watched the very first one. It was like you on the grill with someone holding. You can tell they're just holding the phone, following you around on it. I was like, ooh, those wings do look good.
Yes, and that wasn't even the first one.
I didn't think so because the way you were talking on that video, but that's just the first one you have posted.
Yes. And so it's
Where's the first ones? Did you get rid of them?
I'm sure they're out there. I'm gonna have to go find one. It was a cocktail.
Okay.
It was just a basic, simple cocktail.
Oh, drinker too.
Yes, I am.
Yeah. We don't do none of that here. You hear me?
I understand.
We're not drinking.
I understand.
I don't drink on this podcast.
What they say, in Rome, do as Romans do.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm
These
all for
Romans
that.
are sober over here. Never mind the bottles of alcohol sitting next to me.
I love it. And so it is, and it is also for the guest. It is a way for them to get their information out, their product, their service, whatever their advocacy, whatever it is that they're doing. Here's the Gangsta Goodies family. They watching what you got for us. And so it is a way, another avenue for them to market,
Right.
Their products, their services, again, whatever they're doing in the community. Like I had, my granddaughter absolutely loved this particular episode with a young lady named Lawana Potts.
That name sounds familiar.
And so Cherish the Furs. Okay. And so her and her husband are the first African-American owned furriers in Kansas City. Girl, you got some racks, and their boutique is on the plaza just like the rest of them.
What's a furrier?
They sell furs.
They sell fur?
Yes.
Fur coats and mink, little those scarf type looking things, little hats.
Yes. And the colors are vibrant. Reds and blues and yellows and pinks.
Oh.
Yes.
We got pink foxes running out there in the wild?
Look at here, whatever. And so, again, it's a way for her to market. But it's also, hey, I know y'all gangster. So I know y'all got some racks. You want a fur? Hit Cherish the Furs up. Why not?
Yeah, why not?
Why not?
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's her favorite. That was her favorite episode.
That was my granddaughter's favorite. Yeah. But because first of all, Lawana Potts is just a beautiful, strikingly beautiful woman. She walked in the room, everybody gonna stop and look. Okay, men and women. And so my granddaughter, of course, in awe of her beauty. And then, the furs, she's like, oh, Gigi, I think I want a fur. I said, I think you need to get a job.
Or 2 or 3.
Yes. So that really sparked our deal that she would run our TikTok and I pay her so she can make some money. So she
cool.
So my granddaughter can start making some money and
that's awesome.
Save up for that little. She likes that little blue bomber fur jacket.
Oh, gosh. She's serious.
She's serious.
Wow, good for her.
Okay, you want that? Then you got to work for that because ain't nobody gonna give you.
Nope. Instill that on them while they're young.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
This world ain't free.
No.
I wish it were. I keep manifesting it to be free. Everything. It ain't happening.
That ain't happening.
Well, I'm gonna go on this Abraham Hicks cruise.
Yes.
I'm gonna say, hey.
Yes.
How do I manifest the world?
She'll tell you.
Yeah, I bet she will.
Yes.
For a fee. She manifested it herself and found out the trick. I'm going to get these suckers to believe that all they have to do is pay me a little bit of money. I'll tell them all their dreams for free. Just put it out there. I'm kidding. I know a lot. I've talked to a lot of people that are hardcore, those manifesting people.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I'm doing it wrong, but I've put it out there tons of times. I want to be the second best podcast on planet Earth. It's not. I'm there with Kansas City.
Right, but here's.
I'm number 1 in Kansas City, but I got to get number 2 in the world.
And it'll happen. Do you see it? Can you see it? Like I can see me. I can see me traveling the world doing this. I see it, so I know it's just a matter of time.
I know it's possible. People have done it, but like I learned.
Doubt.
I learned this a few weeks ago with Kyle Danner. Like we were discussing this stuff, and he's like, "Oh, you got a lot of junk in your head." I was like, "Oh, yeah, I do. I just don't see that stuff. I want to, but I'm like, why would it happen to me?
Why not you?
Because I'm just dude.
Yeah, all the rest of them are just dudes too.
I know, but look where they're at.
Look, but however,
I know.
They wasn't born right there.
I always wonder that.
They
Did they know they were going to be great the whole time? Or were they always just like these?
I would imagine they believed that they would be.
Yeah, where's that come from?
I think for me, it comes from my raising. It comes from belief in my mission. I had and I have faith to, even though sometimes when you can't see things, you think, how is that happening? How is that? But when you're connected with your source or your soul source, or some would say God or your spirit self, or Abraham Hicks would say the vortex.
Oh my gosh, I love this person.
I do too.
The
And so
vortex. This
when
gets
you-
better and better. The more I hear about Abraham Hicks, I'm all in.
And so when you are, and again, some may refer to that as your relationship with God, you know,
Right.
the universe, the creator. And so when you have that connection and you know that what you're doing is what you came here to do. We all came here to do a job. We all came here to do something. I know this is part of what I came here to do. And so I just keep moving forward.
Word to your moms. I came to drop bombs.
My mother was absolutely amazing. And I often say too, she was my biggest cheerleader, but also she would be the first one to pull my coattail or my ponytail. Look at here, little girl. You know.
You gotta be like that.
You have to.
Your mom's not your friend.
No.
She's your
No,
mom.
she's your mom.
She's got to check your ass.
She's got to. And the amazing thing is that when those daughters turn into adults, when I tell you that relationship, Ryan, is amazing.
Oh.
Because then there's a mother-daughter friendship.
Oh, yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
And my daughters tell me everything. I'm sure not everything, but stuff that I know most of their friends would never share with their mom. You know, and I love that. You know, because I never wanted my girls to fear me or fear a consequence. Look, because I was that parent. I didn't believe in a whole like whipping. My oldest daughter, I think I spanked her once.
Mm-hmm.
My youngest daughter was a little more defiant, especially when it came to safety issues. She would climb on the brick wall. Okay. You cannot, or I get a call, Miss Johnson, Devin was climbing on the stall in the girls' bathroom, or she climbed up the so it was things like that, you know.
I hate seeing my kids do that. It's just my heart drops. I'm like, no, what are you doing?
Yes.
What are you doing?
Yes. Yeah. And they're not afraid at all.
No.
And we don't want them to be afraid, but we know that there's a danger to that too. But anyway, I always wanted them to be able to say, hey, this is what it is. I may not like it as a mom, as a parent, but be honest with me. Because if you're not upfront, then what am I supposed to do with that? Mm-hmm. I can't do nothing with that. You
Right.
know, and so, you know, I remember when so I went back to school when my girls were older, you know, and I would say to my eldest, were you at home at your curfew time? And she's like, no, Mom, I wasn't. I got here, I was probably 30 minutes late. What do you do with that level of honesty?
Yeah.
Exactly. You're like, look, you know what the rules are, right? And you know what the expectation is. Do you want me to have to take the key?
Oh, really? I'm like, all right, 30 minutes ain't bad. I get it.
Yeah.
That's how but I should be like, oh, damn it.
Yeah.
Give me your keys. You're not going out next weekend.
Yeah. But because of the honesty, I didn't even do that.
Yeah.
Because she was always up front. You know, and then I could make a decision on how I wanted to deal with that.
Yeah.
But when you got, anyway, that's a whole nother story.
Yeah. Whole nother podcast, raising kids.
Raising kids, yes. But it is, I love the opportunity of meeting amazing people.
Right?
It is.
Kansas City has got some of the most just inspirational, fascinating, smart, exceptional human beings. We really do have that here.
I agree.
It's crazy. I didn't think so.
It is. And you wouldn't even think Kansas City in the middle of the Midwest, you know. And I say too often that I believe Kansas City is one of the best kept secrets in the country.
I've been saying that forever. Mm-hmm. Those Royals ruined it for us. Royals went out there, win the World Series, put our name out there, and Patrick Mahomes ain't doing us no favors either. Everyone, like, you go he's world known.
Yes.
You can go take a vacation to France, tell them you're from Kansas City, they'll be like, oh, Patrick Mahomes.
Yes. They know, don't they? Yes.
Oui, Patrick Mahomes.
Yes. I had a chance to wear his jersey, his number, what do you call them? Jerseys?
Yeah.
Okay, jerseys. In the Food Network Tailgate Takedown.
Yeah, you were on the Food Network?
I was. Yes.
What a dream.
Yes.
I've been watching the Food Network since I was a kid.
Yes.
Yeah, high school,
Yes, yes.
Emeril Lagasse, that's my guy.
Yes, yes. And so let me tell you how that manifestation stuff works.
All right, teach me, because
in 2020,
I'll buy in.
I put 3 brand or logos on my vision board.
I need to have a vision board now. Okay. I got to write this stuff down.
Oprah Winfrey.
Of course.
Steve Harvey.
That's a good one.
And the Food Network.
Okay.
In 2022, one of them came to fruition. I've had my first experience with them. Not even going to be my last, but my first.
When was that? And when was it and what was it?
It was, so we taped it in October of 2022. The Sunday before that Monday night game the Raiders and the Chiefs. We taped that episode, that segment of it, that Sunday, all day on the parking lot of Chiefs Stadium.
Were you cooking and stuff?
Yeah. It came a full-fledged Food Network studio. It was amazing to see.
What was that like? It must have been a dream.
I'm telling you, the production part, I'm like, oh my God. I mean, the call sheet is, I can't remember how many people's on that call sheet. My call sheet has 2 people on it. But I'm like, oh my God. And so to see all of that, and I started manifesting that in 2020, Ryan.
So that only took 2 years?
And it aired January the 18th of 2023.
Wow. Mm-hmm. You're on the Food Network.
Yes.
Did you watch a lot, or do you watch a lot of food stuff?
I watch more food, maybe documentaries.
Okay.
Food history.
I like that.
Food. I do watch food competitions, but not probably as much as people would think I do.
I'm deep in. I love anything Gordon Ramsay does.
Yeah.
I'm all over.
Yes.
I love it. The Hell's Kitchen.
Yes.
Master Chef.
Yes.
Kitchen Nightmares.
Yes.
Gordon Ramsay's like my guy.
Yes. We had so I do watch my fair share, but probably not as much as most people think. But
have you taken any food classes, cooking classes?
Never.
Because you're very knowledgeable. When I hear you talking about why you want to pat the salmon dry to make sure the season gets in and it absorbs it. Mm-hmm. I was like, oh, she actually knows why you do it, not just because I've seen it done. Mm-hmm. And then and why you put the salmon skin down first so those oils release and get on the pan and help you. It's like, oh, she's like, she knows. I was like, oh, she must have, gotten this
No, never taken a class, but I read a lot. That comes with a lot of that documentary, that information stuff. And some watching, and some error as well.
Yeah, of course.
So that's, yeah.
How often are you because I see that you take little breaks through doing episodes. Like, are you doing like seasons? Like, I'm going to do like a 12 episode long season and then take a break and then come back and do what's your kind of schedule type?
So now, Ryan, again, because I don't know, how production really works. Mm-hmm. I'm still learning all of that. And so this year was the first year I ever took a season break.
Okay.
And so we didn't tape or air anything new from March to June. I've never done that before.
Yeah.
And so it was kind of interesting, but I needed to focus on other things, product development, and so to answer that question, I haven't figured all that out yet. At this point, we are doing we're doing 2 lives a month.
Oh, cool.
Kind of switching it up a little bit. It may or may not have a guest on the live, and then 2, pre-recorded, and edited shows a month. So just trying to see how, the Gangsta Goodies family responds to that, if they like that, or,
How are you finding your guests when you find them? Like,
I do a lot of networking.
okay.
A lot. I'm at a lot of networking events. Social media, I try to look around and listen to, what's the community talking about, or what seems to be overarching themes right now, and that's really kind of how I pick them, Now, once I find them, or they can go to the website and there's a link, a little banner that says want to be on the show. You can click that, fill it out, and then, we'll get back with you and get you scheduled. So that way as well. And then, I just because I do invite these guests into my home where I actually live. Mm-hmm. And so I social media stalk them for a while.
Yeah.
And I kind of see what else are they looking at? Who else are they supporting? I just do, and
You got to be safe.
Yes, absolutely. And so
I don't do that, but I'm a dude. I don't tend to worry about those things.
Yes.
For a female, definitely. I should do those. I'm not saying I'm just.
Yes.
Come on in.
Right.
I know you by your screen name only.
Right.
But I think we will have a fun time.
Yes.
And we do.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
I'm rolling them dice.
Yes. Well, what do they say? No risk, no gain.
Yeah.
So, and then I just believe too that the people that I invite in are people that we were meant to have this co-creating collaborative experience.
How are you deciding what you're going to cook for that episode?
Often I'll ask the guests,
Okay.
First of all, if they have any food allergies or dietary concerns. And if there was anything in particular that they liked or that they wanted to learn how to cook, or something that maybe they loved that their mom cooked when they were growing up, or,
nice.
So just kind of all over the board. And most guests are like, whatever you decide, it don't matter.
Oh, really?
Most of them are like, whatever it is, I know it's going to be good. And I said, you're right. It is going to be good.
Yeah. Have you cooked something different every episode, or have you done double, like, hey, I've made this a couple times, I'll make it again, or?
Not intentionally, but I do think there's probably 3 or 4, dupes out there. Yeah.
When you make stuff on the show, is it ever bad? Have you ever had a bad was like, damn. But fake it.
Well.
Or not. I don't know.
Well, I have had where I was like, that didn't quite turn out the way I thought. And oftentimes I'll say that. I might say, I probably should have added a little more salt, or, it's like, it's good, but it can be better, And then there have been times I have faked it, and, it's like, I can't remember there was these.
I told you guys, women do it.
Oh, yes, we do. I love it. I had made these roasted sweet potato and jerk sausage patties. I know.
That's interesting. I mean, you had me going until you started throwing more things in there that probably don't belong together. But I'll go with you.
And I thought, when I tasted it, I'm like, oh, wow. I was like, okay, this is good.
Oh, no, don't do that. There's really people that are like cussing you. She said this was good.
So I actually tweaked the recipe and
took half of the ingredients out?
No, I used the same ingredients, but I used a ground sausage instead. And then it was good. And so the jerk spice with the naturalness of the natural sweetness from the sweet potato.
That sounds really good.
Perfect.
That sounds good.
And it a little crusty on the outside, you know, kind of like how you do a crab cake. You know, yeah, it was. And you know how we do the potato cake? So this was my sweet potato cake.
Okay.
Look, y'all see me trying to convince him.
Yeah. She knows it's bad, but still trying to pretend it's good. You don't have to fake it anymore.
Okay.
It's okay.
Okay.
Okay. You ever burn anything on there?
Oh,
we got to start over.
Oh my God. Well, we didn't burn anything, but it was hilarious. It was a show with Joey Cuts. And the smoke alarm started going off.
That happened to me in here before.
Did it?
Yeah, you see that little circle above the door right there?
Yes.
That's where the smoke detector is supposed to go.
Oh, okay.
But I had a couple rappers in here. You know how they are. They love to smoke weed. And they just had it going in here and it went off.
Wow.
And I was like, all right, we can't have a smoke alarm down here. These damn rappers will make it go off every time.
Shame on them. Shame on them.
Yeah, some podcasters do it too.
But you know, when it comes to even choosing what it's going to be, I try to lean on something that maybe would not be considered as typical. You know, I never say never, but for the most part, you're not going to really probably see me bread and deep fry something.
Really? Why not?
Because
you're like disgusted with that.
Well, no. Now, I love a good fried chicken wing. Okay.
Yeah.
You know, but
you pan fry it?
My audience.
Well, you won't bread it though.
We got that down. We probably need to be stepping away from that. So much of that. And so we got that down. You know, we know how to fry. So, but let me show you something you probably haven't considered.
Okay.
You know, and so let's get this whole piece of golden pompano and let's put it on the grill.
That's a fish, right?
It's a fish. Or let's put it in the oven. Or we can even pan fry it, but we're not going to put no batter on it. And just a little bit of grapeseed oil, stuff it with, you know, your herbs, some orange slices and lime and lemon slices, and yes, whatever seasoning, put it all in that. Yes. Talk about delicious. So, because I live with a very rare type of lymphoma. So
what is lymphoma?
It's a blood cancer.
Okay.
Okay, so like I have a port under there.
A port?
A port. And so that is my mechanism for getting the treatment that I get every 8 weeks. Because this lymphoma is called cutaneous T-cell lymphoma, and the scientists say that there is no cure.
Whoa.
Oh, yeah, that's some deep stuff, ain't it?
No cure yet.
Yeah. Correct.
Manifest that cure.
Yes.
Let's go, scientists.
Yes. I'm already healed. I go through the treatment. I get a treatment called photopheresis. It was the very first approved by the FDA autoimmune therapy type of treatment for blood cancers. And so through this port, they hooked me up to these tubes that's connected to this machine, and they extract about 1 cup of my blood.
1 cup?
1 cup. And then they
How many cups are in a pint? Or how many pints are in it? A pint's bigger than a cup, yeah?
A pint's bigger than a cup.
Okay.
Yeah. So they just take out 1 cup at a time.
Okay.
And so, and they separate the red from the white blood cells.
Okay.
The white blood cells are where the T cells are, because I have what's called cutaneous T-cell lymphoma. All of our T cells are your white blood cells, okay? So they treat the white blood cells with a medicine called Uvidex, and then they expose those same white blood cells to UVA and UVB rays through that machine. And it exposed, maybe it's 15 minutes, 25 minutes, it varies. And then they infuse back into my body.
They put it back into you?
Yes.
God, science.
Science is amazing. And so that process,
Jeez, who comes up with this shit?
Exactly. I'm just grateful for them, whoever they were.
Aliens.
Yes, probably so.
I think so.
And so that process, what happens is that it kills any cells that are trying to mutate. And it also helps with cell memorization. So it teaches them, hey, you ain't supposed to be mutating anyway. So there's supposed to be 2 of y'all. So stop it. And so that's what that process does.
Wow.
Yes. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. And so because of that, because my body fights for me every day, I really try to eat sensibly. Now, am I always good at that? Nope, I'm not. And, I was telling somebody not too long ago, I said, when I realized that I wasn't going to die today, I was like, yeah, give me 6 of them fried chicken wings.
No doubt.
But it living with something like that, it just puts life into perspective for you. No time for foolishness. I'm here to have a great time, and I remember going to my therapist shortly after my diagnosis, and I mean, now I see her whenever I need to. Okay, I believe in that,
Right.
And she asked me, how old did I want to be when I left this physical body? And
Did you tell her never?
And I said, well, I did. I said 90.
90? Okay.
And she said, so what makes you think it's going to be any different? And it was something about her saying that and the way she looked at me when she said that. The energy in the room. I said, you know what? You sure right. This ain't it. I'm going to live to be a 90-year-old spunky one.
Yeah.
And I see it.
91?
I see where I'm living. I see myself on this porch. Mm-hmm. It's a kind of like a plantation style house with that wraparound porch. Yeah. Okay.
Forrest Gump
and
style.
Yes, water is near. It's not right there at me, but I can hear the water. I see remnants of the water. There's sand. I can see it. And I don't know if it's in Savannah or maybe in the Carolinas somewhere.
It's got a big-ass kitchen.
And it's got a big-ass kitchen. Yes.
Happen to see anybody next to you in that thing?
No.
Look closer.
No.
Look at me.
Yes.
Just get this face pictured, okay? Just think about this face for a while.
There we go. But, and so that does kind of, guide the recipes that I share.
You're more of a healthier type.
Yes. If we can, even if we just eliminate the vegetable oil, let's try grapeseed oil. Let's try coconut oil.
Avocado oil.
Yeah, avocado. I love avocado oil. Yes. And because we're not going to be deep frying stuff every day anyway, right? And so we can use those lighter oils. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And when you're getting these recipes, or is it just something you kind of know, or where are you getting your recipes from?
So because I'm reading a lot of foodie stuff. I'm seeing what is trending, what are people making on TikTok and, and all of that. So let's say I wanted to make, I don't know, like, what was I trying to, this coleslaw, but I wanted it to have a sweet and a spicy component. And so I Googled sweet and spicy coleslaw. And so then all kinds of stuff came up. And then I thought, I don't want to add sugar. So how can I get the sweet? And so I came across this restaurant that made a fish taco that had a jalapeno mango coleslaw.
Ooh.
I said, that's what I want to try to make.
Yeah.
And so I just got some fresh mangoes, chopped them up. And it took me a minute to kind of
figure out the ratio.
Yes, to figure out the ratio and how much lime juice to use, fresh lime, how much mayo to use. The first time I made it, I used like a half a cup of mayo. That was way too much. But so I kind of just take, kind of what I have in my head and again, what I see and then I'll go and find, I'll use recipes as a base, if I need to, or at least, okay, what did they put in it, to have an idea. Mm-hmm.
When you come up with these recipes or any recipe in general, like when you're figuring out the coleslaw,
Mm-hmm.
are you writing that down and making your own cookbook or anything? Or do you have recipes like in a year from now, I was like, oh, I want to try that coleslaw again.
So yes, I do write them down.
Okay.
I do. And so I have actually published 3 cookbooks.
Oh.
Ebooks, cookbooks.
Okay.
Ain't nothing but a Gangsta Goodies cocktail party.
Yeah.
A twist on tradition. And it was holiday 2017. I think we did 2018 and then 2020. Yeah.
You probably have a whole bunch now that you're ready to.
But, I have not put any more together since then because what I'm hearing from people is that they want an actual book.
Okay. Yeah.
And so, yeah. And so,
that's the way to go. It's better to look through paper and on a book while you're cooking next to your stove.
But when I did some market research and asked, when you're looking for a recipe, are you looking in a book or are you looking online? Most people said online.
For sure.
So to me, it made sense to do an ebook cookbook, right? Because if they're looking for it online, but they need both options. So, so those who want the hardback, yes, let's get the hardback. But for those true to the I want it online.
I love a hardback. I think I got some, at least one cookbook down there that's a hardback.
Okay.
I think I got a couple other upstairs. Okay. I got a couple magazines.
You got Snoop's cookbook?
I don't.
It's some good recipes in there.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm not. Snoop's great. I'm just over him.
Okay.
There's just too much Snoop in our culture. Like, take a break, Snoop. You've made a ton of money. The whole world knows who you are. You're older. Like, enjoy your life. Go kick it on a beach. Smoke your weed in Jamaica. Don't come back as Jaw Lion again or whatever it was he came. Just
Snoop
go
Lion.
Snoop Lion. Like, just go do your thing and, let someone else take over. Just too much Snoop for me.
Well,
I'm 43. I'm old.
Uh-huh.
And I've been with Snoop. I mean, that's why one of the reasons I loved rap so much way back in the day. Back in 94 or whatever, 93.
Yes. Well, my perspective is probably a little different.
Everybody's is. I know I'm the weird one with that. I understand.
You've heard it, so I ain't even got to say it.
Yeah, it is what it is. I get it.
He's just reinventing himself. And why not?
I don't know.
Why not?
Because like I said, I've had it. I don't hate him. I've seen him in concert. I'll pay for him to see him.
Oh, me too.
But I'm like, all right, he's everywhere.
He is.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
I don't want to see anybody everywhere. I like seeing different people doing things.
Yes. But he is making way for others. Know that as he's still everywhere, he is paving a path for others.
Okay, I didn't think about that, so that's cool.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, I'm not anti-Snoop, all right?
No, I get it.
I want the best for him.
Yes.
What if I see his cookbook next to, let me think of who I was like. A Method Man cookbook. Okay. I'm grabbing Method Man's cookbook.
Okay. I would grab a Method Man cookbook too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Give me just the whole Wu-Tang Clan cookbook.
Yes.
Probably a lot of Chinese dishes in there.
Or a twist on it. Maybe a soul twist on it.
Cash rules everything around me, Rangoon.
There we go. So on the Food Network, when my friend Mike P and I, we competed with the team. They flew in from California. They represent the Raiders. Of course, we represent the Chiefs. So our first round, we had to present a small bite.
Collard green wontons.
That's it. When you're talking about the Chinese food, it just brought that back to my memory.
Those look good.
With a fiery peach dipping sauce.
Okay.
Yeah, they were good.
Have you been, you're a foodie, what's that place on Main Grand? It used to be Nara Sushi.
Oh.
Lula's?
Oh.
Lulu's?
Lula's.
Lula's.
Lula's Cookhouse.
You been there?
I love Lula's.
They've got a collard green egg roll type thing that's fire.
Uh-huh. Yes. Their dirty rice, delicious. Absolutely delicious. I have not had anything there that I didn't like. And I'm kind of picky about food.
Yeah.
I really am. My friends call me a food snob. They expect that wherever we go that I'm just going to be like, they're like ranting and raving about it. So like me and some of my friends just came, we had a cruise not too long ago.
Oh, fun.
And so they're like, okay, we know you probably didn't like the food, but so tell us about. I said the food was trash.
I'm sure it is. It's buffet style, right?
Not all of it.
Okay.
Yeah, not all of it. Yeah.
Oh, the non-buffet stuff?
But even the buffet stuff, it wasn't fresh. Can I get some fresh fruit?
Yeah.
We're on a Caribbean cruise.
We're island hopping. There should be fruit everywhere.
Yes. I want some mangoes and some dragon fruit and some papayas and all of that.
Yeah.
We had green grapes, red grapes, cantaloupe, and honeydew melon.
Well, that's very basic.
That's very basic.
You get that at Quick Trip for $2.79.
Exactly. So the food was trash. But anyway.
Dang. All right. I'm a foodie too.
Okay.
I do like to cook as well.
Mm-hmm.
What are some good places in and around Kansas City that you love that are Sheila recommend? You know what?
Yes.
I learned how to.
I got you.
I stopped.
I got
I'm
you.
having a stroke right now.
No, you're not.
Is that burnt toast?
Okay, so let's see. If I want, and I love Mexican food. So there are two places that are my go-to for Mexican food. And that is Rudy's on Westport Road. Before you get to State Line.
I've been to Rudy's.
Okay.
Yeah.
Rudy's and Ponak's.
Okay.
Those are going to be my go-tos.
Okay.
Now, if
I'm disappointed in you, Sheila.
I like them both.
All right.
If I'm going to go more for I don't know if you would call it more New American Mexican or something, I would go to El Patron.
Oh, yeah. I love me some El Patron.
I like El Patron.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Southwest Boulevard. Good drinks there, too.
They have fabulous drinks. Mm-hmm. Now, when they first opened, on the weekends, they used to have salsa night on that back patio.
All the salsa you can eat?
No. Salsa like dancing. Oh my God, I used to love to go.
Really?
Yes.
Well, that's salsa it up with you.
You know how to salsa?
I don't, but you can
we
teach
could go
me.
Learn? Yes. We could go down to Johnny's in the B&B Theater on the bottom level on Thursdays, and we could get our salsa on.
Okay.
Yes, let's do it.
All right.
Yeah, and it's great exercise.
I bet.
It is.
And I heard I don't know. I heard anybody can kind of do it and get into it, and people like teaching that.
Yes, absolutely. Mm-hmm.
Give me some more spots. El Patron, great.
Yes. So I like.
I know you eat more than Mexican. Come on.
Oh, okay, yeah. So I like the pressed penny.
Get more on this mic a little bit more. There you go. Yeah.
Okay.
The pressed penny. Okay.
I like the pressed penny. I like bamboo penny.
Ooh,
I
bamboo
like
penny. Yes.
Waldo Thai.
Yeah.
I like
bangers. Both those spots are legitimate bangers.
Mm-hmm. Now I'll tell you what was one of my favorites. They're no longer here, but do you remember the Jacobson?
I don't know that one.
Okay. They closed after kind of like after COVID, but it was down in that crossroad area. I forgot what's there now. Oh my God, they made this Jacobson burger that had bone marrow butter on it. Oh my God. You talk about melt in your mouth. Oh,
Ooh.
yes.
Ooh.
Yes. So
Every now and then I hear about these spots that have like these phenomenal burgers that are like, that sometimes like they're secret. You have to ask. Like, there's one, I think, maybe Phillips Hotel or something like that. One of those that has like a duck fat burger.
Wow.
But you have to like ask for it. It's not on the menu.
Don't you just love that?
I don't. I wouldn't normally know what to ask for. I just happened to stumble across that information. Who knew? This whole time I could have been having duck fat burger.
Yes.
And I'm having just normal burger.
Normal burgers. Yes. Oh my God. I love Soiree. A friend of mine is the executive chef and owner there. When I want collard greens.
Yeah, tell me.
Oh my God. I'm going there to Soiree. It's in the Jazz District.
Okay.
Right there on the corner of 18th. Paseo would be the main cross street, and then 18th Street. Her salmon bites, absolutely delicious. Her blackened catfish and red beans and rice is probably my definite go-to there.
Can I have it fried?
Yes, you can have catfish fried. Yes.
On the red beans and rice.
Yeah, on that red beans and rice. It's fire.
I lived in Louisiana for a little bit. Let me tell you about some red beans and rice. They ruined me.
Yes.
That was 20-something years ago.
Yes.
And I'm still like chasing that dragon, that red beans and rice dragon, trying to find something that's just, it's hard to find. You can go to, what's that? Jazz Louisiana Kitchen?
Yeah.
That's a trash Louisiana kitchen. That ain't no red beans and rice. What are you trying to serve me in these frozen crawdads? Get out of here. I need some legit. It's hard to find.
It is hard to find.
There's another place called Pearl in Lee Summit. I don't send nothing back. I'll gripe about it, but they gave me some red beans and rice. I sent it back. I was like, this is awful.
Really?
Give me anything else than this.
Wow.
Oh,
wow.
Trash.
I had a really good Duroc pork dish at
3rd Street.
Yes. Over them grits.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my God.
Mm-hmm.
Melt in your mouth. Yes. So I like them too.
Yeah.
I like, there's this little spot down in the River Market Tribe. So it's like street food.
Oh, I know what Tribe is.
Okay. So have you been there?
I've been there. I do Yelp every now and then.
Okay.
My Yelp, I gave them, I think, 2 out of 5 stars because their drinks were really good. Their food, no, not a fan. Oh my gosh. Their salsas, I got the little salsa trio with 3 different salsas.
Uh-huh.
None of them tasted like anything. They were bad. They were just bad. And their chips, they make their own tortilla chips. No good to me. They weren't. And then I saw, and their menu, there's nothing on that menu I wanted. I was like, this menu sucks.
It's very limited.
It's limited, and the options were not great. And so I tried the salmon. I think it was a salmon salad. It's salmon something.
Mm-hmm.
I think they took a frozen ass piece of salmon that they got in the back of the freezer and just shoved it straight on the pan and said, "Here you go." Awful.
Wow.
It was the
No
tiniest, no flavored piece of salmon. So if you'd like to see my Yelp review on Tribe,
wow.
and of course they hit me back. And, I write I write a little couple paragraph or two. And like, oh, dear Ryan, we're sorry you weren't impressed with our menu or blah, blah, but come back and maybe our server can direct you into something you'd like more. I was like, they're not on there. I want more. I ordered what I wanted. Like, wow, tortilla, you're awful tortilla. Like, how can you fuck up tortilla chips and salsa? Do you know where you're at? This is Kansas City. You know how many Mexicans live here that make the best salsa and Mexican food around? And this is what no, get out of here. They need a new chef. They need to revamp that menu because their spot's cool and they make great drinks.
They do make great drinks.
I said positive stuff.
I had the harissa flavored tacos, and it was chicken. So harissa is a like Middle Eastern, Moroccan kind of spice. Mm-hmm. And when I go there, that's what I get.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, if you find something you like,
Yeah, so I like them. Let's see. There's so many places. Have you been to the new Boho Sway? Matter of fact, I'm going there today.
Boho Sway?
Yes.
you could be talking in Chinese to me right now. I wouldn't know the difference. What's
Okay.
that word? Boho Sui? What is this?
So it's a restaurant.
Okay.
It is on 38th and Main.
I used to live right down.
It is a cross from whatever that pizza place is. It's across the street.
Papa Murphy's or something?
Whatever it's. Yeah, it used to be Antonio's back in the day.
Yeah. Now it's called something else, but they serve a little bit of everything.
Okay, yeah. And so Boho Sui is across the street from them. There's apartments on top, and then the restaurant's on the bottom level. So it's really kind of give you like a.
What kind of food is it?
I would say like American,
With a name like that?
Yeah, well, I'll be able to tell you more after today because as soon as
Okay.
I leave here,
Oh,
I'm
you
going
haven't
there.
been?
I've been
Okay.
only to have a cocktail, and actually I set up a charcuterie there for their New Year's Eve celebration.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and so and the menu was specific for that New Year's Eve thing. So their regular menu, I'm not sure yet, but I'm excited to see what's on it.
You like Thai food, apparently.
I do.
Have you had Barami Thai? It's down there. It's right in the crossroads, kind of up from that Town Topic.
No.
That's by Up Down. There's a tiny little place called Barami Thai. It's by Shuttle Pizza, right across the street from Shuttle Pizza.
Okay.
And it's so good.
Really? Mm-hmm. I'm going to have to try that.
Yeah, very good.
Yes.
They got a cool little, it's tiny. Sometimes you go in there and all their workers, they're all Thai, and they'll be like all eating together.
Yes.
It's like, that's what I want to see. I want to walk in and see Thai people eating Thai food.
Absolutely.
Good stuff. How about Italian? You got any good Italian spots?
So let's see. I like, if I'm going to go, which I'm not really a big Italian food eater.
Really?
Mm-hmm. But Garozzo's is probably
There
where I'm
you
gonna
go. That's the right answer.
Yeah. Because I grew up in Northeast, so yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, and so
then
there used to be the Italian Gardens. I think Anthony's is still around.
It's still there.
I haven't been there in years.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Got Carrozza. So you say from the Northeast, and when you mentioned all those Mexican places, I'm even more disappointed in you.
What? Well, I'm just.
You didn't go to El Torito?
I'm going down. When I was growing up, what was there?
Okay.
For the most part, yeah.
Yeah, now you're like, I'm not going back there.
Yeah, no, I don't live far from there now.
Okay.
Not at all. That's
Have you been to El Torito? It's in the Northeast.
It's Independence Avenue
No.
after the bridge.
No, it's not in Independence Avenue. It's oh my gosh, what is that street now? Turner. It's Turner. I think Turner. 40 Highway. Is that 40 Highway? Oh, I just know how to get there.
Okay.
It's the second. You know what?
I have not. No, so I haven't.
All right.
I need to go there.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not far from Independence Avenue. Like if you were coming off of the highway. Mm-hmm. No, it is Independence Avenue. It is Independence Avenue.
Okay.
Before Prospect, right? Does
So-
Independence Avenue run into Prospect?
Yes.
Okay. Let's say you take the highway and you're coming off Prospect and you come to Independence Avenue, take a right. Mm-hmm. And then it'll be like past that Sonic and it'll be down there. You go underneath that bridge.
Underneath the bridge on the left-hand side.
On the left-hand side.
Remember I said, is it under the bridge?
Yeah.
Yes.
I forgot about the bridge.
Yes.
That place.
Yes.
And there's a Mercado, a Mexican supermarket on the other side of the restaurant, and you go in there and you can get food in there too. They have like chicharrones con carne. They got tortilla. They make their own tortillas there, and they have all the meats and fish, all the stuff you can buy there, all like fresh.
Yes.
And then the little grocery. Oh, that place.
Yes. And
And a salsa, and at the El Torito, the little salsa bar. You want to talk about salsas tribe?
Yes.
Go to El Torito. They got like 10 different salsas. Take a dip. If you want to try those out and tell me mimic those flavors.
Yes. Yeah, I love it. Yeah.
I'm so hungry.
Yeah. I am too. I'm going to go have brunch though, so.
Well, I know we both got to get going. So I feel like this has been too short. We barely.
I know. We got to do it again.
We'll do it again.
Or no, how about you come and be a guest on my show?
Yes.
And we cook some stuff.
Yes.
Yes.
I was hoping you would ask me.
Yes.
Because if you didn't, I was going to invite myself.
I love it.
And I'll bring over a little bit of alcohol.
We'll whip up a cocktail. So I'm a whiskey kind of girl too. So.
Oh, good. Mm-hmm. That's what we do. We do whiskey and tequila here mostly.
Okay. I had a tequila, a couple that tequila enthusiasts on the show a while back. Aha Yeto was the tequila that we tasted, and I made dishes to go with. Might want to look that one up.
Okay.
It was good. Aha, and then Yeto, Yeto, and it's like a triangular shaped bottle. One's red, blue, and what's the other color one?
It sounds expensive.
I think it is, but it was good. They left me the what's the one after Respirado?
Anejo.
Yeah, I think that was one that was in the red. That stuff was. It drinks like a whiskey.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I love good tequila.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got this buddy. Everybody knows him as One Dapper Latino.
Yes,
You know him?
I love him.
He's the best.
I love him.
He came out with his own tequila.
I didn't know that.
It's less than a year ago.
Really?
Yeah, it was within this year, actually, I believe. Sometime this year he did. And it's called... Fuck.
I just want to be his friend and hang out with him wherever he goes.
Really?
and-
We can hang out.
oh my God.
You want to hang out with him?
Yes.
Hang out. We can hang out with him. We can make that happen.
To cook and drink and eat with him. Oh my God.
He's gonna kick my ass if I can't remember the name of his tequila. God, I'm having such a brain fart today. What is my deal?
I won't tell him you didn't remember.
I got you.
What the? I gotta look it up now. I don't want to look it up because I want to know.
So how do we get it?
Okay.
Stew.
Apuesto.
Okay.
Apuesto.
Okay.
It means dapper in Spanish.
I love it.
Monarch Bar. You been there?
Yes, I love Monarch.
You can buy the bottles there.
Okay.
You go
okay.
or I got it for you. You want a bottle? Hit up Dapper on DM. DM, he'll bring it to you.
That's dope.
I'm going to say,
Say,
Ryan told me I'm going to do it.
yep.
Yes.
Tell him.
And he'll sign it. Then we'll take pictures and get him on the show. Yes.
He'll do your show.
Yes.
I'm not going to speak for him.
And I think
but
one time
I'm sure.
But he had some traveling or something was going on, and I just
He's
didn't circle back.
one of the busiest men in Kansas City.
That's what I'm saying. I love him.
A
I need
busy
to
dude.
learn from him. I'm sure there's a lot I can learn from him.
Yeah. He's a good dude too. He's
Yep.
Yep. Good old. Yep. That's my man, Josh, right there. Yeah. Well, we'll set something up.
Yes.
We got to get you back in here.
Yes.
Because we just barely scratched the surface.
Yes. We'll do that.
Sheila, what would you like to say to people before we get out of here?
I would just say, first of all, if y'all not following us, please follow us. If there's on Gangsta Goodies Kitchen on all social media platforms.
And YouTube.
And, if there's a recipe or a dish you want to learn how to make, inbox me. I'll gladly do that. I love doing that. Yeah. So because I'm doing 2 lives now a month, I need to know what I need to be cooking on those lives. And, I want it to be something that, the people want to see.
The pressure's going to be on for those live ones.
It is. It is.
Ooh.
Because there's no editing. It is, but I love it. And, just, love it. I mean, peace and love. I mean, there's so much trauma going on and dissension going on, don't take yourself too seriously. It's like, hey, peace and love, yeah, we don't all think alike. We don't all live the same, but can you imagine what the world would be like if everybody, or if even 30% of mankind thought and acted like you? That would be no fun. At all. No, I'm just saying people in general, even me, so it's like that would be no fun.
I don't know. I wouldn't mind if 30% of people were like me. Be having a lot of fucking fun, I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah.
But we wouldn't get shit done. So you know what? You're right. I'll go back to give me like 3% people like me.
There we go. And just, allow each other grace, and because we're human beings. And we're having this human experience together, and so allow each other grace. You know, calm down. You know, it's like, gee, eat something good.
Yes.
Drink something good.
Yes. Eat, drink, be merry.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank
I
you.
really, really appreciate
This
it.
was awesome.
Yes, I agree.
Everybody, thank you for listening. Now get your ass out there and manifest something. Bye.
Yes.
Bye.
Leave me the fuck alone. Neanderthal, hardest podcast in the world, you stupid ass bitch.